What if I told you there's a 4-step loop that can turn your coding chaos into clean, publishable GitHub PRs? That too, while you Vibecode the solution using ChatGPT? In this video, I'll show you how I use the ICTC loop to go from idea to working code and approving PRs in GitHub. So stay till the end to see ICTC in action on a real open source project, Vibecode. Vibecode automates market research using Reddit API and Python. I am using that tool's development process in GitHub to explain everything in this video. You can find the source code in GitHub and the link in description. Feel free to fork the repo and follow along. But before we dive into development process, there is an issue developers face frequently, that is being stuck with half-cooked features. There is one repeatable loop that changed how I build side projects, no more half-cooked features. I call the loop ICTC, and once you learn it, you'll never write code the same way again. Most beginners list down ideas in a notes app or even paper and lose track of what they were solving. Instead, drop your idea as a comment under a GitHub issue. That way, you will never lose context. To make it stick, create a branch with a descriptive name that will act as a memory marker when you are working on an issue. That's the I. Let ChatGPT generate code based on that comment. That's the C. Then we test it manually or with automated test cases. That's the T. Then finally, commit the code to the repo locally. That's the C. ICTC keeps your dev loop tight, traceable, and focused. Let's kick off with a small but powerful idea of adding clear section IDs in the divs of the front-end HTML file. It seems like a simple idea, and it's the first step that sets the whole ICTC loop into motion. We had a neat idea. Use section IDs in the URL to auto-scroll the page. We update that as a comment under issue number 9. The idea is that the backend would send data and update the URL, which includes the section ID. Simple, right? We have understood the idea. Before we begin to code, the Git branch has to be created. The name of the branch is updated under the issue. Go to your terminal where the repo is forked and create the branch with remember section as name. Let's ask ChatGPT how it is going to implement the idea of remembering the section and auto-scrolling the page. You will see that it provides the explanation to update the URL as we planned. I update the index.html with the section IDs like first, second, up to fourth. ChatGPT will be told not to change this file. ChatGPT generated the backend code, and since section IDs were already set, the frontend stayed untouched. Generated code is copied to a new version of the Vibecode app file. But during testing, the page did not scroll back to section where the user started. The page refreshes, and I have to scroll manually to the section, so the code is not working. A quick check revealed that Flask can either render template or redirect, not both. For using the section IDs, we need the backend to redirect to a URL. I realize this idea will not work. Even though the idea did not work, I still commit the backend code. That's the beauty of ICTC. With each implementation, the loop moves us forward, even when the test exposes a limitation. What happens when your front end gets too cluttered and backend is unable to help? Tear the front end into pieces. In Loop 2, I'll show how I use ICTC to break down a bloated front end into clean modular pages without losing the user flow. The next idea is simpler. Split the front end into 4 dedicated pages and let index.html serve as a clean landing page. We update the idea as a comment under the GitHub issue. then prompt ChatGPT for the implementation. It returns the back-end logic and a couple of front-end pages. I save all the files that has been provided by copy-pasting the content from ChatGPT. We have to create individual HTML files inside the template folder for the pages to render. The instruction is provided by ChatGPT. After a bit more back and forth requests to ChatGPT, we get all the code. Some HTML code ChatGPT had not provided, so asked for it and then copied that also. We stitch them together, test the flow, and it works just as expected. Clean, modular, and easy to navigate. All the pages are tested for the output. The outputs are satisfactory, so we conclude the feature is complete and issue can be closed. Time to commit the code locally to Remember Section branch. One more ICTC loop completed. The momentum is building. The loop doesn't end with local commit. Here's where most devs get stuck: pushing code to GitHub, raising PRs, and organizing their commits. I'll show you the exact steps I follow and how GitHub becomes more than just a code storage. Since we started with a new branch for solving the issue, the next step is straightforward. Push the branch to the repo's origin on GitHub. Now we raise a pull request by selecting that branch inside GitHub. Here's the key part. In the PR description, we reference the issue number it resolves and document what changes were made. We update the front-end and back-end changes we have made. We inform how to test the feature update that we pushed. We can share the screenshots of the updated feature. Now we submit the PR and move to the next step. So how do you approve your own PRs when you're the solo dev? Think you are working with your future self asynchronously. It will make sense. Sounds weird, but it's critical. I'll walk you through a quick review process that builds confidence and better habits. Since the PR was raised from a collaborator account, it needs a review. The repo owner steps in, gives feedback. Approver has given approval and merges the commit with main. The merge is complete and code is part of main branch. Boom, one full ICTC loop completed. A feature has been implemented with the collaboration in the mix. But we're not done yet. One last important step: clean up the feature branch, both locally and on the remote repo. Doing this consistently keeps your repo clean, organized, and ready for the next loop. Check the branches present locally and fetch all data from origin repo. All data available locally. Now delete Remember Section branch locally. Go to the PR complete page and delete the Remember Section branch there. You've just seen the ICTC loop in action on a real open source project. You can fork and contribute to it right now. Issues are lined up, and all you need is to select an issue and have an idea of how to solve it. If don't have one, you can get started by asking ChatGPT. Drop a comment under an issue, pitch your solution, and the moderator will provide a go-ahead, and then start building. And in the next video, we'll go deeper. I'll show you how to integrate LLMs with Reddit API through MCP Server. MCPs are the go-to backend of all agentic applications.